So howdy, Desert Boy here. Hey, I went to the range last week and I took a new acquisition I have, and I have it sitting right here, and it's a Smith Wesson M&P 22 compact, and we can see that there's no magazine in here and the pistol is empty. We've got it locked back. It does have a threaded barrel on it. It's got it's got white dot front sight and 2-dot rear sights. It's adjustable. In the rear, it has a pick rail. It has a ambidextrous safety, and it has 10 round magazines, right? And they have the little thing that you can pull down the side to help with the loading. It also has a magazine disconnect, so if we were to release this right here, we release this, the safety's on, it won't fire. If we take the safety off, it still will not fire because it has a magazine disconnect. If we put the magazine in there, and of course I don't really like to dry fire 22s because there's usually a lot of extra force with them, the gun would fire once the magazine is in there and the safety is off. So this gun is a 22 LR, and it's 10 rounds, as I said. I guess you could do 10 plus 1. It's got 2 magazines. It's 15.6 ounces. It's 6.65 ounces overall length, so that gives it kind of an increased sight radius. Yeah, it's not super compact, but it is, the weight is lighter. It's got a 3.6 inch barrel. The barrel is carbon steel that's inside of here. And it's got a aluminum alloy frame that has what they call their armornite finish, I think you say it, and the frame is polymer. And the nice thing about it, it's about the size of maybe the Shield series, so you could go out to the range, you could practice or get a feel for things, because I don't think these series of ammo shortages is going to end that easily. So sometimes we might, be in your best interest to have some kind of 22 you can go practice with, or more reasonable caliber, provided you have the ammo, without burning through whatever ammo that you have. You still need to go and practice with your normal ammunition for your normal carry guns and things. You can't get around that. That's necessary. But this just gives you an alternative to go and also be able to have some time at the range. I like going there as a hobby. As you know, I'm a hobby enthusiast, and you always want to follow your local, state, and federal firearms laws, CCWs, permits, carrying, EDC type stuff. You always want to make sure you're in compliance, but this gives you an option. Some people might ask, would you use this for self-defense? Well, in a pinch, if you had 10 rounds of 22 and you have, I happen to have bought an extra magazine for it. It comes with 2 magazines, so I have 3 magazines. I would find that to be better than not having anything at all. I mean, I've thought about whether I would carry it as an EDC on occasion, because it's fairly lightweight and recoil is very minimal, so it allows you to stay on your target. And I'll show you some of the footage in a separate video, range video and range report. But it's also, as I mentioned, it has a mag disconnect type safety, and it has a regular safety. When you have it locked back here, I'm not going to go through the process of taking it down, but you have to remove this threaded protector, and they give you a wrench for that, to do that. Now, one of the other things this gun has that a lot of people will not like is it has an internal lock, and the ubiquitous keys that a lot of us don't like with that lock. And then it has a little Allen wrench for adjusting the sights. And it not only does it have the manual in here in the box, but it's also got a supplement in here talking about suppressors. And it's got a little chamber flag, and I think there's one other piece of literature, maybe the registration and the, you know, the famous lock you seem to get with every gun nowadays. I did buy an extra magazine that was about $30 to $32, I think, for an extra magazine that I just happened to run across. I bought it actually before I finished paying for the gun because I had it on layaway. And excuse me, I think the MSRP is listed at about $417 for this. I think I paid around $449 because it's, for some reason, they are kind of sometimes in demand, you know, because it's just, it's, in my opinion, the trigger is decent. It's fun to shoot. One of the things was I went to the range and I just had fun. You know, I wasn't worried about plowing through a lot of ammo, you know, using up a lot of expensive ammunition. I could just enjoy myself and concentrate on how I'm squeezing the trigger, how I'm aiming, you know, what my grip is, you know, because it has a very similar grip maybe to other single stack or other semi-automatic pistols. So you could just kind of concentrate on those kind of things. So I personally, you know, it was my birthday not too long ago, so I maybe see it as kind of a birthday thing. This has a pick rail on it too, which is kind of nice. When you go to take it down, yes, you do. There's a way that you lock it back, and you have levers that come down here. And this barrel is fixed. It does not come off the gun. That's why you have to remove this, because in order to slide it off, if you wanted to get in there and do any other cleaning, and it has a captured recoil spring with it as well. So it's got a mag release that can be changed to the other side should you so desire to, but like I said, it does have an MV safety. So I think it's a fun gun. That's my opinion of it. I might carry it for EDC on occasion, but it'd have to be just specific circumstances. Should always be thinking about why, what the purpose is or the mission whenever you're, you know, carrying a firearm, if you choose not to carry a firearm. I mean, there's some places that obviously you shouldn't or you can't, or maybe you don't feel like you need to. That's a personal choice. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you today and show you an alternative. For a long time there was no 22 Magnum ammunition, hardly any 22. I've been picking up some of that. I'm looking at a couple of different things, the 351C or the 351 PD as a revolver maybe, because it's only 11 ounces or 12 ounces. It's 11 and a half, and it's 7 rounds of 22 mag, which is a somewhat reasonable self-defense round, even more powerful than a 22. And there's also a semi-auto, which is the Walther WMP, which is Winchester Magnum Pistol, I believe is what that stands for. So, and it's got a 15 round magazine, and I looked at one the other day. It's a fairly large gun. It's kind of more target or maybe being in the woods, but you know, 15 rounds of 22 Magnum, if you're not expecting to defend yourself against a bear or some other large animal, just for basic protection, or I guess if you're allowed in some states, you might be allowed to hunt with something like that. Cause it has a barrel that's over 4 inches, so I don't know. Most states, that's usually a requirement. So, but coming back to, you know, with one of those and one of these, you'd have, you know, a couple of options for lesser expensive ammunition, and maybe a good training pistol with minimal recoil for those people that maybe are learning, or that you just want to go and have some fun. I mean, let's face it, a lot of us as hobbyist enthusiasts, we just want to go have fun. We want to go shoot some targets, have a good day, and just come back safe at the end of the day and know that we had fun. It's okay to have fun. So, Sri Desert Boy always says, be safe out there, whatever you're doing. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye now.